The real way winners solve problems. How winners see problems differently. Most people think winners are lucky. They think winners have more talent. They think winners have fewer problems. This is not true. Winners have problems too. Sometimes bigger problems, sometimes harder problems. The real difference is not the problem. The real difference is how winners see the problem. A problem is like a wall. Some people stop in front of the wall. They feel scared. They feel tired. They feel small. Winners see the same wall, but they do not stop. They look at the wall closely. They search for a door. They search for a crack. They search for a way over or around it. This is the real way winners solve problems. They do not ask, "Why is this happening to me?" They ask, "What can this teach me?" They do not say, "This is too hard." They say, "This will make me stronger." They do not run away. They move forward. Many people wait for problems to disappear. Winners know problems do not disappear. Problems transform people. If you avoid problems, you stay the same. If you face problems, you grow. Think about a muscle. If you never use it, it becomes weak. If you train it, it becomes strong. Problems are training for the mind. Winners understand this early. That is why they act differently. A loser mindset asks for comfort. A winner mindset asks for growth. Comfort feels good now. Growth feels hard now. But growth feels amazing later. Every winner you admire learned this lesson. They failed many times. They felt fear. They felt doubt. They felt pain. But they did not quit. Quitting is easy. Staying is hard. Winners stay. They stay with the problem. They stay with the discomfort. They stay with the question. They sit with it. They think. They try again. Most people want fast answers. Winners want real answers. Fast answers are shallow. Real answers are deep. A shallow answer fixes today. A deep answer changes your life. When a problem appears, most people panic. Their mind becomes loud. Their heart beats faster. Their thoughts become messy. Winners slow down. They breathe. They observe. Calm is a weapon. A calm mind sees clearly. A noisy mind sees danger everywhere. Winners train their calm. They do not let emotions drive their actions. This does not mean winners feel nothing. They feel everything. They just don't let feelings control them. Fear knocks on their door. They open it. They listen. Then they decide. Fear says, "This is risky." Winners say, "I know." Fear says, "You might fail." Winners say, "I can learn." Fear says, "Turn back." Winners say, "One more step." This is powerful. Most people let fear lead. Winners let values lead. Values are like a compass. They point the direction even in the dark. When you know why you act, the how becomes easier. Winners know their why. They know what they stand for. They know what they refuse to lose. That is why problems do not break them. Problems reveal them. A problem is like fire. Fire burns weak material. Fire hardens strong material. Winners allow problems to harden them. They do not ask life to be easy. They ask themselves to be stronger. This mindset changes everything. When you see a problem as an enemy, you fight with anger. When you see a problem as a teacher, you learn with focus. Winners learn fast. They ask better questions. Instead of "Why me?" they ask "What now?" Instead of "What if I fail?" they ask "What if I succeed?" Questions shape the mind. Better questions create better answers. Winners are students of life. They study their mistakes.
They analyze their losses. They review their decisions. They do not repeat the same error forever. Most people repeat mistakes and blame the world. Winners take responsibility. Responsibility is power. When you say, "This is my fault," you gain control. When you say, "This is not my fault," you lose control. Winners choose control. They do not wait to be saved. They save themselves. This does not mean they never ask for help. They do, but they never give away ownership of their life. They say, "I am responsible for my next move." That sentence changes everything. When you own your problem, you own your solution. This is the real way winners think. They separate emotion from action. They separate noise from truth. They separate excuses from facts. Excuses feel good. Facts create results. Winners face facts. They look at reality without fear. They accept what is. Acceptance is not weakness. Acceptance is clarity. You cannot fix what you refuse to see. Once winners accept reality, they act. Action is their language. They do not overthink forever. They test, they adjust, they move again. Progress beats perfection. Many people wait to feel ready. Winners act while afraid. Readiness comes after action, not before. This is a secret many people never learn. Confidence is built, not found. You build confidence by doing hard things. You build strength by carrying weight. You build courage by facing fear. Problems give you all three. That is why winners do not hate problems. They respect them. They know each problem is a doorway. Behind that door is a stronger version of themselves.
Part 2. How winners break big problems into simple steps. Big problems scare people. They look heavy. They look complex. They look impossible. Many people freeze when they see a big problem. Their mind says, "This is too much." Their body feels tired before they start. Winners see big problems differently. They know one truth: no problem is solved all at once. Everything big is built from small parts. A mountain is climbed one step at a time. A book is written one page at a time. A strong body is built one workout at a time. Winners never try to carry the whole mountain. They carry one step. This is how they stay calm. The first thing winners do is slow down. They stop reacting. They start thinking. Reaction is emotional. Thinking is strategic. Winners choose strategy. They look at the big problem and ask one simple question: what is the real problem? Most people fight the wrong problem. They fight symptoms. They fight emotions. They fight other people. Winners search for the root. A tree falls because the roots are weak, not because the wind is strong. Winners go to the roots. They break the problem into pieces. Piece by piece, step by step. They write it down. They make it visible. A problem in the head feels huge. A problem on paper feels smaller. Clarity reduces fear. Winners never say, "I have one big problem." They say, "I have 5 small problems." Small problems are easier to solve. This is power. When the problem is clear, winners choose the first step. Not the perfect step, not the final step, the first step. Most people wait for the perfect plan. Winners start with a simple plan. A simple plan done today is better than a perfect plan tomorrow. Action creates momentum. Momentum kills fear. Once winners take the first step, they gain information. Information is gold. You learn what works. You learn what fails. You learn what to adjust. Winners do not expect the first try to succeed. They expect to learn. This expectation protects their mindset. Failure does not surprise them. It educates them. They ask after every step, "What did this teach me?" Learning keeps them moving. Most people quit after one failure. Winners expect many failures. That is why they last longer. They also control their focus. Big problems have many distractions, many voices, many opinions. Winners ignore noise. They focus on what they can control. They cannot control the past. They cannot control other people. They cannot control everything.
They control effort. They control attitude. They control the next step. This focus saves energy. Energy is limited. Winners protect it. They do not waste energy on blame. They do not waste energy on complaining. Complaining feels active, but it changes nothing. Winners act instead. They also manage time wisely. They do not rush. They do not delay. They work in blocks. They rest. They return stronger. Burnout does not solve problems. Consistency does. Small steps done every day beat big steps done once. Winners understand this deeply. They respect the process. The process is boring sometimes. The process is slow sometimes. But the process works. Most people want fast results. Winners want lasting results. That is why they stay patient. Patience is not waiting. Patience is working without panic. When doubt appears, winners zoom out. They remind themselves, this is only one step. Perspective is a tool. A single bad day does not mean a bad life. A single mistake does not mean failure. Winners see the long game. They also simplify decisions. Too many choices create stress. Stress creates paralysis. Winners limit choices. They ask, what matters most right now? Then they ignore the rest. This clarity creates speed. Speed creates confidence. Confidence creates better decisions. This is a cycle. Winners also build systems. A system is a repeatable way to move forward. They do not rely on motivation. Motivation is unstable. They rely on habits. Habits carry you when motivation is low. A small habit repeated daily becomes unstoppable. This is how big problems slowly disappear. Not with magic, not with luck, with structure. Winners also measure progress. What you measure, you improve. They track small wins. Small wins create hope. Hope fuels effort. Effort creates results. Many people ignore small wins. Winners celebrate them quietly. Not with ego, with gratitude. Gratitude keeps them grounded. They know progress is a privilege. When pressure increases, winners return to basics. They do not add complexity, they remove it. Simple actions under pressure beat complex plans. This is maturity. They also ask for help strategically. They do not ask everyone, they ask the right people. They listen more than they speak. They filter advice. Not all advice is equal. Winners learn from those who have been there. Experience is a shortcut. They also teach others. Teaching sharpens understanding. When you explain a problem, you see it clearer. This is why winners share knowledge.
Not to show off, to grow stronger. As they move forward, they adjust expectations. They accept that progress is not linear. Some days are fast, some days are slow. Both are normal. They do not judge themselves harshly. Self-respect creates resilience. Resilience keeps them moving when things are hard. This is how winners stay consistent, by being kind but firm with themselves, by pushing without breaking, by resting without quitting. At the end, big problems lose their power, not because they disappear, but because the winner becomes bigger. Part 3. How winners turn problems into permanent strength. Most people think strength is something you are born with. Winners know this is false. Strength is built, and problems are the gym. Every problem you face is a weight. You can drop it or you can lift it. If you drop it, you stay the same. If you lift it,
you change. Winners lift. They understand something very important. A problem is temporary, but the lesson can be permanent. This is the secret. Winners do not waste pain. Pain is expensive. If you pay for it, you must learn from it. They ask after every hard experience, "What did this give me?" Not, "What did this take from me?" This question changes everything. When you extract lessons, pain becomes power. Most people suffer twice, first from the problem, then from repeating it. Winners suffer once, then they grow. Growth is the return on pain. Winners reflect deeply. They do not rush to forget bad moments. They study them. They replay the situation, not with shame, with curiosity. They ask, "What did I do right? What did I do wrong? What will I do next time?" This creates wisdom. Wisdom is stored experience. Experience without reflection is wasted. Reflection turns experience into strength. Winners also change their identity. They do not say, "I survived this." They say, "I am the kind of person who survives this." This is powerful. Identity drives behavior. When you see yourself as strong, you act strong. When you see yourself as capable, you act capable. Winners upgrade their self-image through problems. Each challenge adds a new layer. I can handle pressure. I can recover from failure. I can start again. These beliefs stay forever. That is permanent strength. Winners also build emotional endurance. They become familiar with discomfort. What scares others becomes normal to them. Cold water feels shocking at first. Later, it feels refreshing. Hard situations work the same way. The more you face them, the less they control you. Fear loses its grip. Confidence grows quietly. Not loud confidence, not fake confidence.
Quiet confidence, the kind that does not need approval. Winners also learn emotional control. They stop reacting to every feeling. They feel anger. They feel sadness. They feel frustration. But they do not explode. They pause. They choose. Choice is freedom. This emotional strength is rare. That is why winners stand out. They are calm in chaos. Calm is magnetic. People trust calm people. People follow calm people. This is leadership. Winners also develop mental toughness. They stop running from hard thoughts. They face doubt directly. They say, "Yes, this is hard. Yes, I'm tired. Yes, I will continue." Honesty creates resilience. Pretending creates weakness. Winners do not pretend. They also learn how to recover fast. They do not stay down long. They fall, they rest, they rise. Recovery is a skill. Sleep, movement, silence, reflection, these are tools. Winners protect their recovery. A broken tool solves nothing. Winners also become selective. Not every problem deserves full attention. They learn to choose battles. This is wisdom. Energy spent on small drama is energy stolen from big goals. Winners invest energy carefully. They also transform fear into focus. Fear sharpens attention. When danger is near, the mind becomes alert. Winners use this. They do not panic. They concentrate. Fear becomes fuel. Over time, problems stop feeling like threats. They feel like tests. Tests reveal skill level. When you fail a test, you do not quit school. You study. Winners treat life the same way. They also build meaning from struggle. Meaning is stronger than motivation. Motivation fades. Meaning stays. When pain has meaning, you can endure it. Winners connect struggle to purpose. This is shaping me. This is preparing me. This belief carries them through darkness.
They also become an example. Their strength inspires others, not through words, through presence. People feel it. They see someone who did not break. This creates respect. This creates influence. Winners know true strength is quiet. It does not beg for attention. It stands firm. Over years, these lessons stack. Problem after problem, lesson after lesson. Strength compounds. Just like money, just like habits. Eventually, what once felt impossible feels normal. This is mastery. Winners do not fear new problems. They trust themselves. Trust is earned. They earned it through experience, through pain, through effort, through persistence. In the end, problems stop defining their limits. Problems define their power. This is the final truth. Winners are not problem-free. They are problem-trained. They turn struggle into skill. They turn pressure into presence. They turn pain into permanent strength. This is the real way winners solve problems. Not once, but for life.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Self-Study Every Day for more helpful lessons. Leave a comment and tell me what you want to learn next.